Hello everyone, MessyPlays here, back at it again. How you doing today? I am playing Hello Neighbour. I'm guessing there's going to be nothing to see here, but I may as well look. Okay. What's going on? Okay. That's the shadow person. He's ignoring the shadow person, and there's the exit. Right, let's just hopscotch along to the exit. How come everything in this world is spelt gobbledygook, but the exit's not? Okay. Is that going to be the end? Them giving me zero kind of explanation? Okay, so that was a nap I had, I guess. I'm still an adult. I'm guessing I've got insight into what happened to him and why was I imagining weird shadow things.
Hey.
Whoa, he spoke English. Right. What? All-star shoes. So there's no closure, I guess. Can I pause or will it skip? Hold on. Okay. So we've finished the credits. Is he gonna do anything? Is the case meant to be moving? What's going on? Maybe it's because I paused it. You know what's happened? I paused it, but the credits keep moving when you paused. So the credits are finished, and now it's the background is just carrying on. I thought it was going to be some post-credit scene. Oh well, I may as well just review the game while that numpty's walking around in the background. This is a terrible game. I'm sorry. I had a lot of hope for it, and I'm really disappointed in the final release. It's got a wonderful premise. It's got like a kind of niche indie animated movie style tone, where basically you're a kid, you're in this suburban friendly environment, and your neighbor's just weird, and you suspect something's going on. And you're going to go in there and check it out yourself. I mean, that's fantastic. But the way it's executed is just appalling. Like, you're dropped into the middle of the game with no kind of introduction, no brief kind of overview of what you should be doing or how you should be doing things. Like, the controls are just weird, and you're not really given a kind of even a semi-tutorial of use this to pick up a key, use this to cycle through your inventory, use this, you need to find these, and you know, accomplish this, you need to open this door. Nothing's explained. It feels like a kind of mod of a game, which I imagine maybe it is. I know this was like a failed Kickstarter, I believe. They didn't manage to raise the money, so I'm not knocking it for, you know, ambition. I feel like the game has got tons of ambition, and I think that's what lets it down, is that I can see fundamentally what they're going for, but the execution is just terrible. And it could have been remedied by simple kind of simple things could have fixed it. On-screen prompts, like a simple introduction to how you know the world works and why you should be running, even kind of keeping it with the art style and the tone. Maybe if it was done in a comedic way, like brief writing in slow motion while he's running towards you, and it, like, you know, handwritten style, something like that. The way it is, you just immediately start and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta do something. And the puzzles in the game are unreal. The thing is, this game's probably got a great appeal to younger kids because it's got a really kooky art style. The neighbor looks intimidating in a kind of friendly way. You know, fantastic designs. Kids cannot play this game because it is so fundamentally the puzzles are just fucking bizarre. Like, they're not intuitive puzzles. I think there's something to do with shrinking plants by playing music next to them, and stacking stuff up that's in the portrait, and you don't get a notification when you've done it right, so you don't know the cage is open. I had to look up tips all the time. I had to look up other walkthroughs because I was frustrated, and the game doesn't guide you, it doesn't help you. And I don't want my hand held through the thing. I want like a tough, you know, a challenging experience. I played Cuphead this year, and that game is fucking solid, and you will die hundreds of times, but you know what's, you know what the error is. You know exactly what you need to do, and you're honing in, you're sharpening your skills, you're focusing each time to get better and better. With this, I mean, I haven't even got to the AI. The neighbor's AI is just janky. It's ridiculous. It's overtuned. So if there's a wall between you and him, he still senses you and runs towards you. If he's got his back towards you and you step on his garden, he'll see you and run towards you. He jumps off the roof and doesn't take any damage. He gets stuck on walls. There's even little things like missed opportunities. Like, he sets bear traps and you're given a magnet, and what if you turned the tables and picked up the bear traps and used them against him? As the puzzle stands, I like the house scenarios. Like I said, some of the kind of the little details, like the valves filling the water in that room, some of that, you know, obviously it was just really confusing and not very well explained. But running around the house as a big sand pit, that was fun. The last act in particular, when it was the, you know, 3, 4, 5-story house, that was fun. Because I always felt like I was a bit in charge at that point. I was constantly having ideas. The connecting tissue of those acts are just complete shit. They are garbage. When you're underground, it is so dark that you can barely see anything. And there's no options in the settings to increase gamma or brightness, so there's no way to remedy it. You literally cannot see where you're walking. Wow, you see that? There's a glitch where he's appearing. The the weird dream sequences started well, and they were giving some kind of backstory, which was interesting. And then they became more involved, and they became really, really, really annoying. There was some in a kind of school, and there was some in a like a supermarket, and they just did not work for me. They were really kind of, if you make a mistake, it's over, and it was way too punishing. It conflicted greatly with the kind of tone of the game up to that point as well. It felt like a leftover idea from another game, and they just had the assets and they shoved it in this one. I just didn't like it at all. The storyline is explained without dialogue, and it's obviously open to interpretation. I've got theories. I don't want to get too involved. I'm guessing the neighbor had a kid who died in a car crash, something like that. He was really upset about it. Maybe he had a mental breakdown. I don't know. I wanted to believe that in the end there was no conspiracy. I was thinking that was going to be the way it went. I've got a feeling he was going to be like a really super protective guy of his property. So of course he's going to chase you off every time you run onto it. But when you like try to get to the secret, there's nothing there. I thought that would have been interesting. As it stands, I believe maybe he kidnapped other kids. I'm not sure. You don't really know, and I don't think it's worth kind of mulling over, to be honest. I've talked for maybe 10 minutes now. I'm guessing it's getting pretty lengthy. I've tried to cover everything. The pros are the art style is really nice. The character design is really nice. The story is minimal and it's okay. It's obviously your own interpretation of it. I do like that it's I'd like that there was a time jump. I like that it's got a weird kind of cookie vibe to it. The game as a game is just crap. Sorry, it is. It's just not fun. It's very frustrating. The puzzles are not explained. They're really random and too hard. And if you're a kid playing this, you will never, ever, 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 ever get it. You'll never understand it. Like, you know, picking up the crowbar with a magnet, putting it under the water, stuff like that. It's just random and weird. I had bits in the game where stuff in my inventory disappeared, like completely disappeared. So I had to restart the whole act. There's been crashes. There's visual glitches. I don't know what that shadow boy is either, with the weird eyes. The ghost of his daughter or son, or who knows. It might be interesting to see some theories, but I'm not going to think about this game too much. It wouldn't be one you wanted to replay either. I'm guessing people who want to speedrun it would enjoy it, but it's just a shame that it's got those weird bits sandwiched in between the kind of the mousetrap style sandbox house sections, because they're the best bits. That's what the game's good at, and I think they just needed to think of a better way to expand that to a full game. You had the kind of first house where it's nothing in particular, then the second one where it's got the big fence, that was okay, and then the third one where it's like the mega house, that stuff was good. But like I said, there's just too many negatives to this game. I think it was rushed to an early release, or maybe they just ran out of money and time. Maybe it's just like a couple of guys, I don't know. But this just isn't fair to release in this state. It's just broke. And I hope they're kind of going to have post support fixing all the issues with the game, because the premise is solid and it's got real potential. And you know, you could see this as a movie, it could be a franchise, because of the art style, but it just needed to be executed better. And it's a shame that if you might have like ruined it before it's even began with this release. So those are my honest thoughts on the game. in summary, I'm gonna have to say this game can't get more than a 3 out of 10 for me. I put a lot of hours into it. I don't think there's a lot of content there though. There's maybe like 2 hours if you were good at the game and you knew what you're doing. Like that's how long the game is, maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, it's a 3 out of 10 for me. I'm sorry if that disappoints anyone. I wish the game was better, but it just, the final product let it down. The alpha and betas were good, but I think people were expecting, whoa, this is just a taster of what's to come, and really that's all it was, with just terrible extra bits thrown on top of it. It's like you've got a nice kind of cooked patty, and then they put like shit on top, shit underneath, a shit bun, sprinkled some malaria on it, and they're calling it a burger, and they're making you pay for it, and it's not on. So I hope it gets better. Maybe if you could fix it with a sequel, maybe one of the big publishers, you know, Sony or Microsoft could throw some money at them. Because the premise, like I said, is solid, and it deserves a good game, but this isn't it, unfortunately. So that's my review of Hello Neighbour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching the videos. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and catch me next time for some more gameplay. And I'm just gonna click some buttons and see if there's any post-credit stuff. No. Amazingly, it's crashed at this point, because what happened was I paused the game and went away to do something, but the credits that were like going up the side didn't stop during the pause. So now he's just going backwards and forwards, and none of the buttons are working. So I can't skip this. So I would literally just have to, I don't know, maybe Control Alt Delete End. What a fitting ending to this game. What a wonderfully fitting ending. Hold on. Okay, is it gonna work this time? Hedge your bets. Okay, I think it stays like this. Don't think there is a scene. Is there a scene? Is there anything? No, it just keeps going. It literally makes no sense. Can I move? What's... I don't understand why your weapon wheel or whatever comes up. Okay, I'll leave it there, guys. You just have to save and quit, I guess. Take care, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye, guys.